Hello everyone and welcome back to Welchys Wednesday Weekly, the show where we discuss the latest in all things video games with topic of the week, look at upcoming video game releases, and ask you a question of the week. This week we will be discussing the upcoming PlayStation showcase and what we expect to see from that, as well as choosing our video game weapon for a zombie apocalypse. Some housekeeping before we jump into today's show. My Gears of War 3 co-op Let's Play with Scott has now been fully uploaded onto the channel, so you can now watch us play through the original trilogy from beginning to the end. Our Gears 4 Let's Play should start uploading later this week. It should definitely start uploading this week. I've got the first few videos ready. Also, big news this week. Fipsy and I will be recording our live reactions to the PlayStation showcase on Thursday, so you'll be able to watch that and our reactions on Friday. So definitely look out for that one. It's going to be a big event. A reminder to follow us on Twitch. My Gears 4 playthrough with Scott is currently happening over there if you wanted to watch that live rather than later on YouTube. And finally, if you enjoy this week's Welchys Wednesday Weekly, then please be sure to leave it a like. Be sure to comment and any feedback you have about the show, and obviously a question of the week. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you want to see all of our uploads. Now, let's get into topic of the week. Topic of the week. It's finally happening, guys. PlayStation are finally hosting a showcase in 2021. I was getting to the point where I thought it wasn't going to happen. I thought maybe they'll at least leave it right to the end of the year and just say, here's what's coming in 2022. But it's happening this week. The news dropped last Thursday, so I wouldn't have known for last week's video. But yeah, it's happening this Thursday, 9 PM BST. As I said, we'll be live reacting to the event, so you can see our immediate thoughts and reactions to every new game that's announced, or any game that we already know about, but any like new trailers and stuff. See all of our live reactions to that. That video will be up on Friday. Today though, what we're going to do is go through our predictions for the show. Now, first off, I have to get it straight out of the bat. God of War Ragnarok, it's going to be there. It has to be there. For me personally, if God of War Ragnarok is not there, one, I'm going to start to worry about the game. Two, the show will be slightly disappointing to me. Even if they had incredible announcements all throughout, without God of War Ragnarok, this showcase is not going to quite hit as it should. But I am hugely confident. I'm hugely confident that this is coming. I'm not expecting a massive deep dive into the game or anything like that. It's most likely just going to be like a short story trailer. I'm not even really expecting full-on gameplay. There'll be some gameplay within the trailer, but not a CGI or anything. Actual footage from the game, but trailer. Focusing on the story, and I'm not expecting a release date, not yet. I think they will leave the release date until they're, say, 5 months away from actually releasing, and I don't think they're there. Or I know they're not there, they can't be. It's got to be coming after Horizon, and Horizon's in February. So I think God of War will come out in May, but I don't think we're going to get that release date on this week. But God of War will be there. If it's not, I will be fuming, but it's got to be there, it has to be there. And speaking of Horizon, I'm expecting Horizon to be there. I wouldn't be too shocked if it's not, because we've had a deep dive into the gameplay, we've been told the release date, but I'm still expecting they need to start really selling us on the game. I mean, I'm sold. I love Horizon, but there are people that haven't played the original or might want to get into this, but they need to be sold onto it. And I think they need to start doing that in terms of the story, where this game's going to take it. And I think the time to do that's now. We're 5 or 6 months away from the game releasing in February, so I think it's time for them to start kicking into the marketing and really sell us on this game. So I think we're going to see gameplay trailer kind of thing. A bit more than we're going to see on God of War, basically. They're going to reiterate that you can pre-order now, the release date, blah, blah, blah. It's just going to be a bit more substantial than God of War's showing. But I think we'll definitely see, well, I'm pretty sure we'll see Horizon, but don't be too shocked if we don't. But another one I do think we're guaranteed to see is Gran Turismo. Another game that was meant to come out this year, which was pushed to 2022, as of the first 3 games here. I think we've got to see Gran Turismo. I personally don't care about Gran Turismo, but there is a big audience for it, and I think we're going to see it. I think we're going to see actually, not a lot on this, but I think we're going to see gameplay, and I think we're going to get a release date. Because I think this may come March to April time. It might even be later. Gran Turismo is the kind of game that can release at any time. It's going to sell. But I would expect this to come maybe March to April, personally. If not, then we probably won't see much of this, but I think it's going to be a little bit closer than we expect them. So I'm expecting to see that. This next one is a bit more of it's a hope, but it's also, I'm kind of expecting it as well. And I think there's going to be a reboot of a classic or an old and forgotten about PlayStation first party title. And I think that's either going to be the Resistance series or Infamous. Now, Resistance was made previously or originally by Insomniac Games. This reboot I do not think will be from Insomniac Games. It might be, it could definitely be, but I don't think it's going to be. Although they have been looking to hire multiplayer staff, so maybe it will be. But I wouldn't be shocked if it was from someone else. Same goes for Infamous, who is made by Sucker Punch. I think they're now completely focused on Ghost of Tsushima, and I think Infamous, whoever reboots this, it's most likely going to be Bend Studio, the guys behind Days Gone. I think they're going to be making either a Resistance reboot or an Infamous reboot. I'm leaning slightly more towards Resistance because I feel like Sony will want a first-person shooter back in their lineup. And it's been longer since a Resistance game, so I'm leaning towards Resistance, but it could be Infamous. I just think one of them's going to get rebooted. It's got this big feeling. It's got this massive feeling that one of them's coming back. I might be completely wrong, but that's one to throw out there. And if one of them happens, you can come back to this video, or come back to our next video, and I'll be bragging about it. Next one is something that actually got announced today. So I had this down to be announced at the showcase, but it was announced today, completely randomly. It's Alan Wake Remastered. Now, I'm a huge fan of Alan Wake, one of my favourite Xbox 360 games ever. And it's probably in my top 20 games, definitely. I am super excited. They're remastering it, Alan Wake Remastered, first time ever on PlayStation, also coming to Xbox and PC. 4K visuals, updated cinematics, blah blah blah, all the jazz. I'm kind of expecting, I was going to put in here that I think it would be announced at the showcase. Obviously it's been announced now, so I think we may see the first kind of trailer at this showcase, because it's the first time on PlayStation for Alan Wake, so I think Sony will want to show it, I think Remedy will want to show it, so I think we could see Alan Wake Remastered. But this is a game which is coming out later this year, and it's gone straight onto my list of have to gets. I've got to get it. I love Alan Wake, so I can't wait for that one. Back to more boring stuff. I think we're going to see a trailer for Call of Duty Vanguard. We always kind of do at these Sony showcases. And as well as, I think we're going to see the GTA 5 expanded, remastered, blah, blah, blah. Shouldn't even be on this console edition. So I expect to see that. I think we will probably see something on Final Fantasy 16. A game which was slated to release this year. I haven't followed up on it much at all myself. I imagine it's been pushed back to 2022. If it's still coming out this year, we have to see it now. There's no doubt about it. But I think it's been pushed back to 2022. Yeah, it might have already been that. I haven't checked because it's not my kind of game. But I think we'll see more of it. I think we might see gameplay. Unless it's way further, pushed way back. But I think if it's pushed back, I think it's the first half of 2022. So I think it's time for us to see something, and probably a release date. Now, I think we'll also see more on Deathloop. Deathloop comes out next week. We're going to go into it in the next section. And I think we'll also see more of Kena Bridge of Spirits, which comes out in 2 weeks' time. 2 games coming to PlayStation. I think it's going to want to show us and remind us that they're coming to increase those sales a little bit. Second to last one here, I think we're going to see something from The Last of Us kind of universe, I guess, what we want to call it, the multiplayer, whatever you want to call it, the IP of Last of Us. But I only think we're going to see one thing. We're either going to see the heavily rumoured, or kind of confirmed kind of thing, Last of Us remake, which I personally don't think we need it. We do not need a Last of Us remake, but if it's happening, it's happening. Or we'll see the Last of Us 2 Factions game. I would much rather see Last of Us Factions, but it could easily be the Last of Us remake. It could be both, but I think if they're going to show one of them, they won't want to ruin it with the other one. So I'm hoping for Last of Us Factions. It's about time we got that. And because of all the delays we've had, it would be nice if they would say, oh, and it's come in October. It's free to play, that'd be even better. But Last of Us Factions, would be a good one to tide us over and for the wait for Horizon, God of War and whatnot. So yeah, I think we'll see something from The Last of Us. I'm hoping for Factions, but it could be The Last of Us Remake. And finally, and this is a big if, because I always say this every time, but it never happens, but I am praying they do something with PlayStation Plus or PlayStation Now or something completely new to try and compete with Game Pass. Now, the big thing here is that they don't need to, because PlayStation is outperforming Xbox. But Game Pass and Xbox, they're catching up. They are, there's no doubt about it. I love Game Pass. I've been playing a lot of Xbox lately. The games that have come to it lately, Psychonauts 2 I've been playing 12 minutes. All the Gears of War games are on there. Halo Infinite's going to be on there later this year. Origami 2 we're going to in a minute. There's so many games coming to Game Pass, on Game Pass. Bethesda games, Starfield next year. They are setting the foundations of something truly incredible. It's already incredible for me now, but once they get that first party behind it, all those first party titles like Starfield, it's going to be a problem for Sony. So I think they need to do something. And I think they know that. I think they've come out and said that they have a plan. They do have plans to kind of compete in some way. And I think it's time. It's time to do something about it. If I had to guess, my guess would be that they would put PlayStation Now and PlayStation Plus together. You'd have to pay more to get it together. So say if it's like you have PlayStation Plus or PlayStation Now, or if you want both of them, it's called PlayStation, I don't know, Extra, PlayStation Gold, Platinum, whatever. Platinum would be good with the trophies. Anyway. And with that membership, if you have both of them or whatever, you get the first party exclusive titles a year after their release. So not on release day, but a year after. Because I don't think they're going to ever put God of War on a service day one. I just can never see that happening. So I think it may go down that route. But yeah, let me know what you think, guys. What do you think about my predictions and what are you predicting for this PlayStation Showcase? Let us know down in the comments. And let's move on to the upcoming game releases. Okay guys, so coming out this week, starting with, I'm going to be looking at my phone here so I can see the games, so apologies. Starting on September 9th, so the day that this video releases, Wednesday, September 9th, we have Blood Rain Betrayal, Fresh Bites, coming to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X or S, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch and PC. September 9th as well, we have The Artful Escape coming to Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One and PC. Thursday, September 10th, we have Inked, A Tale of Love coming to PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. September 10th again, we have Kraken Academy coming to PC. Last week's highlight, Life of Strange True Colors, is coming September 10th to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, Stadia, PC. I'm just going to say PlayStation or Xbox now, there's too many. Also coming out Friday, September 10th, we have Lost in Random coming to PlayStation 4, Xbox One and PC. And NBA 2K22 coming to PlayStation, Xbox, Switch and PC. It does say Switch. Last week it didn't say Switch, so it does say Switch this time. Apologies. So also coming out September 10th is Port Royale 4 coming to PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S. And finally, or not finally, there's still two more, Tales of Arise, also coming September 10th, PlayStation, Xbox and PC. And then on Switch, on September 10th, the night at 5th, we have WarioWare Get It Together. Okay, so that was the games coming out for the remainder of this week, and Monday, Tuesday, there's nothing coming out, so nothing to report there. But coming out on, I believe, Tuesday, sorry, there is something coming out Tuesday. Tuesday the 14th of September. Wanted to highlight this one because it's a big one. It's Deathloop, coming to PS5 and PC. Obviously a Bethesda game. Already had a contract with PlayStation, so it's coming to PlayStation as a year's exclusive title and come to Xbox next year. Deathloop is one that we've seen a lot. Every kind of showcase, state of play that PlayStation have done, Deathloop has been there. I feel like I know everything about the game. I've seen everything. And we're probably going to see it again at the showcase this week. It looks interesting. I'm not going to be picking it up, but I'm expecting very good review scores, probably around the 88 to 90 mark on Metacritic. Definitely one to keep your eye on. If you like the look of it, then remember it's coming out Tuesday the 14th. I believe if you pre-order it on PlayStation, if you have PlayStation Plus, you get it a bit cheaper. But yeah, it's definitely one to look forward to. I'm personally going to wait until it just comes out on Game Pass and try it then. Unless it's an absolute must play, and I think it probably might be. But yeah, that's coming out PS5 and PC Tuesday the 14th. One I'm actually more excited about is coming out Friday the 17th. I want to highlight this one, and that's Origami 2. Origami 2 will be coming to PS5, Xbox Series X, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. And I'm excited for this one because it's coming to Game Pass. It's coming straight to Game Pass day one. And I'm going to be playing it because I've been playing Origami 1, the original game, from PlayStation now. So I'm playing it on PlayStation, and I'm really enjoying it. I haven't finished it yet, but I should finish it before next week. I'm actually going to go for the Platinum Trophy on it. And I'm really enjoying it. It's not the best game in the world, but it's fun, especially for a game I'm getting from the service PlayStation now. And then Origami 2, I'm expecting to enjoy as well. So I'm going to be picking that up on Game Pass next Friday. So yeah, Origami, for those that don't know, is like a stealth game. You use the shadows to to hide away from enemies, or you can kill them. It's one of those games where you can kill everyone or hide from everyone, set off no alarms and stuff, that kind of thing. It's really enjoyable. You've probably seen some gameplay right now. Yeah, I really enjoy Origami, so I'm looking forward to Origami 2. But yeah, wanted to highlight Deathloop and Origami coming out next week. And then, yeah, let's move on to question of the week. Okay, so question of the week this week. It's a good one, I think. I've been thinking about it. I was thinking about it the other day randomly. So the situation is, you're in a zombie apocalypse. You can choose one weapon from any video game to help you, just the one. What one would you choose? Now, there's a few rules behind this. Unlimited ammo, so you don't have to worry about ammo. You'll have a stash of ammo which will never run out, so you've always got ammo. But everything else within the game that it's from applies. So I don't know, say if you're using a gun that only has 10 bullets and you have to reload every time, that would be the case. Or if it's like one that overheats, that will happen here as well. If it's not effective against certain type of enemies, blah blah blah. If it's not effective against zombies, you're fucked, so don't pick it. But my question to you is, if you could choose one video game weapon, what for a zombie apocalypse, what one would you pick? Also, the zombies would be slow, kind of Walking Dead versions, not like 28 weeks later or anything where they're running around like crazy. It'd be the more slow ones where you've got a bit of time to think about it, but if there's too many, you're going to get outdone. My answer to this question would be, and I've had a lot of thought about this. I've chosen the Lancer from Gears of War. It was basically my first thought, and every time I put a weapon up against it, I couldn't really beat it. My reason is because it's a great weapon at mid to long range distance, and it's also got the chainsaw if they get too close. I just don't really see any other weapon, personally, that I can think of which has both elements to it. There were some that I was thinking of, like the energy sword from Halo, which would be great, especially with unlimited, but they have to get close to you. And it's great if you get one of them, but what if there's loads surrounding you? Again, with the Lancer wouldn't be that effective either, I guess, in that point. But I don't know, I just feel like the Lancer has more to it with being able to do long range as well. Again, any kind of sniper, great at long range, but if you get one close to you, you're screwed. I've thought of other Gears of War weapons, like the boom shot, great, but if they get too close and shoot it, you're dead. It's an interesting one because you've got to actually think, like, what would actually be useful in this real life situation. But yeah, let me know, guys, what weapon you would pick. Mine's the Lancer from Gears of War. If you think I'm completely wrong and there's a much more obvious weapon, then please let me know. The Groovatron from Ratchet & Clank, make all the zombies dance, would be fun, but it's not going to kill them. But yeah, let me know, guys, in the comments down below. Okay, that's going to do it for this week's Welchys Wednesday Weekly. I really hope you enjoyed it. You probably noticed a few different changes this week. I think this is the 5th episode, so I wanted to really start making some changes and improve the show. Hopefully you noticed them. Hopefully you found it better. As always, I'd really appreciate if you left a comment and let me know any feedback that you have on the show. The changes that I've made, did you like them? Did you not? And also obviously let me know about the question of the week. Please leave a like if you did enjoy it, and also subscribe if you want to see more. Just a final reminder that we're going to be recording our live reactions to the PlayStation 5 showcase later this week. The video should be up Friday for you to watch and enjoy. Thanks everyone. See you next week.